Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a Tangrowth team. Now, I know we did Tangrowth here on the channel in Series 12 before. Don't yell at me. Last time we used it, I think we were using Manby's Weakness Policy Bulldoze procking Tangrowth next to the Weakness Policy Dialga. Today, we're using Atokito's Rain Tangrowth team, which is kind of interesting. They did go ahead and leave this team on the Discord. You do see the Barraskewda, so we do have a nice little combination here with the Barraskewda and the Ogre. You know, Barraskewda being one of the fastest Pokemon in the world with Swift Swim, and it's already very high special attacks, not special attacks, speed stat. You pair that next to the Ogre, you're pretty much guaranteed to max Airstream right away, no matter what. There's only a few Tailwind mons that can outspeed you, one of which being Alecki in Tailwind, which, I mean, doesn't really tend to happen too often. But also, we do have different facets of the team. We have the Zacian, because this is a Swordfish team. We also do have double Genies here, just in case we go against, you know, maybe an Alecki or a Calyrex Shadow combination, which isn't as prevalent anymore right now, but is still very threatening when we do see it. Now, you guys might be asking, what does Tangrowth do on this team? Well, Tangrowth has Rage Powder. Tangrowth has Sleep Powder. That's all Tangrowth needs to be very good in this matchup. Now, you might also be asking yourself, hey, Kevin, why not just use Amoonguss? Amoonguss is in Tangrowth. Now, if you guys are excited to see Tangrowth today here on the channel, go ahead and hit that one down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And with that said, let's get on to today's battles. Giratina, Calyrex, Ice, Togekiss. Okay. Got some different mons on this team, it seems. My opponent's also top 1,000 rating. So clearly they've been doing pretty darn well with this team, huh? Now, we do see Rillaboom, which does threaten like this whole situation right here. This whole combination, this whole lead. But good news is, we do also see a bunch of things weak to electricity. I'm kind of inclined to do like double Genies, maybe. In fact, I kind of really like that idea. We do double Genies. No, actually, let's just go Thunderous Ogre. Straight up Thunderous, straight up Ogre. Bring the Zacian in the back. Bring Tangrowth. Call it a day. Let's see how this goes. Wish me luck. Because they clearly want to set Trick Room up here. That's definitely their whole thought process. Thankfully, they only have one setter. Because, actually, no, they have two setters. Because they have the Mimikyu and they have the Calyrex Ice. Thankfully Giratina doesn't get Trick Room rolls. That would be very annoying to deal with. I remember I thought many times ago, many videos ago, that Giratina did get Trick Room. Don't know why I thought that, but apparently does not. They're gonna lead with the big, interesting lead. There's good news, there's bad news, and the good news is I think I can outplay them. Because here's the thing. Thing is, they're gonna fake one of the two out, and I feel like looking at both of my Pokemon right now, who do you Dynamax? The +2 Thunderous or the Kyogre? And guess what we're gonna do? The complete opposite of what they're gonna think that we're gonna do. Doubling down into this Mimikyu, we're Dynamaxing Ogre, we're leaving the Thunderous a baby, and we're gonna stop this Trick Room once and for all. Now, this also does mean I get rid of my Scarf, so theoretically, if they unfortunately get the Trick Room up somehow, some way, I at least won't have the Scarf holding me back. I might actually be able to outspeed some things with the Ogre. Dynamaxing the Ogre, baby. This is why Ogre is kind of so versatile. No way. No way! No way! I'll give that to my opponent. Wow. Just wow. I don't even know what else to say, but wow. They did it. They ruined me. Wow. Big kudos. Like, I can't even be mad at that. That was like super big brain and it worked. So like, I can't be mad at it. I just can't. Wow. Okay. Well, either they're the best player on Earth or the worst player on Earth. I don't know which one. My goal here is to still try to stop their Weakness Policy proccage if I can. But yikes, that's a little rough. They go for the parting shot onto my ogre. I'm set very far behind now. Into the gear. Oh, of course. Dude, what is... Did you expect the brick break? Was that an expectation of yours? Jeez. My opponent is not giving me a break right now. Even with the parting shot, we are able to one-shot those. That's really good news. Oh, we crit. Maybe that's why. Oh my goodness. I can't catch a break. They can't go back into instant, which is nice. Which means they have to show us their last Pokemon. It's the Calyrex. Okay. Since it is Calyrex, they most likely want to go for, you know, the move that one-shots my Thundurus. Unfortunately, it one-shots everything. Do I just let them take the Thundurus? I guess I swap in the Zacian. And then try to just go for damage here. There's no reason not to just geyser into that spot. Thankfully, their team doesn't do very well into Ogre. They do have the Rilla, but it looks like they decided not to bring it. The other issue is they could Shadow Sneak here with the Giratina and proc a Weakness Policy on their side of the field as well. They're going to Dynamax something. What's it going to be, Tom? Is it just like a Max Quake, maybe? No, they're Dynamaxing Giratina. Oh, that is not what I expected. But I am a little happy about, because if I can knock out this horse, I should be in a lot better position. They go for the Glacial Lance. Thankfully, Zacian eats that up. Max Lightning. That's definitely into Ogre. Well, that doesn't do that much. I can't take another one of that because I'm going to Undynamax and they just said Electric Terrain. But if those two things didn't exist, I could have taken another one of those. Regardless, this is a nice big Max Geyser into the Calyrex Ice Spot. Honestly, I'll take that damage for what it's worth. I would definitely take that damage. I have to protect here with my Zacian, I think. So yeah, let's just protect with Zacian. Do I keep this Ogre alive? It would be very useful for later if I had the opportunity to preserve it. So I think I will just swap in my Thundurus to preserve the Ogre. A late game not Water Spout, I guess Origin Pulse with Scarf can really come in handy here. I also have to make sure I preserve my Zacian for as long as I possibly can. How many turns of this Endless Trick Room do they still have left? They high horsepower into my Zacian spot, thankfully. Followed by the Lightning again into my Thundurus this time. So I will be able to live that. Okay. How many endless turns? One final turn of Trick Room. Okay, so we just have to preserve the mons that we have. I'm gonna go into Tangrowth to take the Quake if I can, and I think I sack off the Thundurus here. I'm gonna attempt a Foul Play into the Calyrex Ice, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to attack there. All right, Tangrowth is making its appearance again on the channel. Glacial Lance. Ouch. This is bad, but good, but still bad. The reason why it's good, I get 2 free swaps into the 2 Pokemon that I need to win this game. The reason why it's bad, that's a very strong Calyrex now. But hey, Tangrowth, sometimes you gotta be fodder. And right now you were fodder. I do have the 2 Pokemon that I need to win the game, though, in the back. Their smart play would be to just swap in Zacian. I mean, swap in their Ensign, and then they would make me -1. So I think what I have to do is sub. I don't even know if that's a smart play, though. Maybe I just play rough. I go for the 2 moves that miss all the time. That's all I can do right now, is just go for the 2 moves that always miss. Yeah, screw it, I guess. I guess we're doing it. Time to go for the 2 moves that always miss. Wish me luck. If instant swaps in here, it dies in 1 shot. That's the only good news. I feel like it has to swap in here. Yeah, there's a swap. As long as it goes down, I'm okay with that. As long as I can 1-shot it here with Ogre, that should be A-okay. I actually need to 1-shot both of these with Ogre, which I think is possible with the Origin Pulse and the Rain still being up. They protect there. Okay, that's good. Deal with you later. Can we knock out instant here? Come on, Ogre. Come on, Ogre! Oh my goodness. Well, there's good news here still. They can't stop both of me if I double here. Oh, it's so stressful, man. They gotta fake out one of us. They can't fake out both. That's the only good news. So as long as I double here, I'm fine. All right. Still get rid of you. We're not out of this yet. We're definitely not in this yet, though. I do still get a play rough off, and I am still neutral. There's a light at the end of this very long tunnel. I think I'm going to attempt the sub. No, there's no point. There's no point. I just have to hope that my Origin Pulse connects here. And then hope my play rough connects as well. I got to hope a lot of things connect again. All right, wish me luck. I hate Pokemon sometimes. Origin Pulse connects. All right, so that's instant gone. Nothing can parting shot my instant any further. And we get some chip damage onto the Giratina. Not a lot, but still something. Play rough does connect. Also, we're gonna leave it 1. It has weakness policy. Okay, it went for Ogre. Oh, thank goodness. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. GG. Whew. Nice. Nice. Because I have the 100% accurate move now. I could switch to the good move. Oh, my opponent played this game so well. They did not make this an easy win for us in the slightest. Oh, especially those first 2 turns. They just read us like books and ruined our lives. Regardless, Swordfish prevails. We're going to take that W. Oh, wow. Oh, it's Weavile. Weavile, Dialga, Ogre. This is an interesting team. This team's got a lot of facets to it. Wow. Weavile tears up like this whole half of my team. That's the one unfortunate thing that I'm seeing right away. But it doesn't tear up this half of the team, which is the good news. Berescuda, what kind of items are we looking at here? Or moves? Drill Run. We do have a Quake option here. Balance Liquidation. Okay. A little bit worried about the Rilla, if I'm going to be honest. What if we do Ogre, Lando? I know that's like really aggressive, but it does cover us for like both of their leads and both of their options. Bring the Zacian in the back just in case we do need to switch in for an ice move. Thunderous does go kind of hard here too. It's like we just have to get rid of that Weavile though. Let's bring Tangrowth. Let's bring Tangrowth. That way we have a switch in for the Rilla as well. I think that's a pretty decent option right away. But their team is interesting. It's very, very different. They're also number 619, I think, in the world. So not a bad player at all. Top 1,000. Got nice shoes. Galar champion and Hoenn champion. What you got? Very, very passive lead on their part. Okay. I could play this aggressively. Like, very aggressively. Because they kind of have to choose what they want to go down here. Do they want the reflect or do they want the light screen? I'm pretty sure they want the light screen. Because, like, look at the Ogre. And be very fearful. They also see that I'm Scarfed and they see that I'm White Herb. Okay. Fine by me. I think Water Spout is still the move of choice here. Should I go for the flinch chance? Or should I just Dynamax and Max Quake it? Part of me wants to kind of go for the flinch chance because I feel like I'm not one-shotting it no matter what I do. Especially if they get light screen up. So I might as well go for the flinch chance and then have a higher probability of stopping this. Yeah, because like, look, they're gonna go for this light screen. And then we're gonna go for the water spout. It's not even gonna do like half damage to that stupid thing. Yeah, look at that. There's no way. We have to go for the rock slide here. Come on. You flinch when we don't need it. Can you flinch what? Yes! Now we water spout. And now we go for the max quake. Or I guess we airstream. More damage on airstream, right? 130. They're both 130. I'll airstream anyway. Just in case they have a floaty in the back that I don't remember. That flinch was mandatory. Let me tell you, it was necessary. I played to my outs and that was my out. That was my out. Because there was no other way that I was going to stop that trick room. But now we got a big Landorus on the field. They're probably going to set up the other screen. But I think this is going to be way too much damage coming from our side for them to do anything about. Yep, there's the other screen. We are going to be able to knock out the Grim here. Now we need to knock out... Ooh, was that a crit on that Dusclops? I feel like it did more damage that second time. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Double KO for us. +1 airstream boost on this ogre as well. I'll take that to the bank, my friends. Also +1 airstream boost on us. So if they do have a Weavile, we now outspeed the Weavile. But it looks like they didn't bring it. Because the Weavile is typically a lead Pokemon. It's not typically a, hey, let me hold you for the late game Pokemon. So that's interesting. Another Hoenn champion over here. Their own ogre. All right. All right. Spooky. And a Sinnoh champion. Dialga. Okay. Another Trick Roomon. Another potential Trick Roomon. I think the next play is very self-explanatory. But I kind of don't want to make it. I kind of want to focus down this ogre. Because I believe that this ogre is going to be a bigger issue if undealt with, you know? And I also do think they're going to Dynamax the Dialga anyway, so we're not going to be able to one-shot it. So we might as well bring them down to one Pokemon if it's possible. I don't think it's possible, but I'm going to try. Yeah, they do Dynamax the Dialga. We also get to see, well, I guess there is also the fear of this being a Scarfed Ogre and it being able to outspeed. Okay, well, I guess it's not Scarfed. I was going to say there's a fear of it being able to outspeed my Zacian in the back, which is a little bit concerning. What did they do? Are they just gonna Wormwind here probably? Very little damage. Followed by very little damage again. But hey, a little damage is better than no damage. Also, special defense boost on both my Ogre and my Landorus would never hurt. Do they have an ice move though? That's the question. Dang it. This is good news and bad news. It's bad news, this is gonna hurt too much, but it's good news because it means my ogre is able to still click water spout for a long time. It means I can also go into my Tangrowth and maybe do something with that. Yeah, I think I still click water spout here and go into Tangrowth. I have Sash, so I should be able to get a Sleep Powder off theoretically. And I think I want to sleep the Dialga if I have to choose one. Or I can Rage Powder, but that seems like too aggressive. Do I sleep the Ogre? I'm going to do Ogre this turn. And then I'll do Dialga next turn if I can. If I have that opportunity. We'll see. The thing is, like, I stopped the Trick Room. But the fact that they got both screens up and they're still able to make me take a very long time here is slowing us down. And it's still giving them a very good opportunity to win the game. They stopped my Dynamax Mon in, like, one turn. So. Oh, very great damage onto Ogre, though. Wow. That's why. They go for a flare. Wow. That means they're going to lower their own ogre damage, though. And also get rid of the hail. Interesting. But it also does mean my poor little Tangrowth is not going to be able to do much here. Because they're going to just Water Spout here. No, we outspeed! Slogger! Iron Ball Ogre? Well, get slept. Enjoy. Good night. Cool. Yeah, I think we attempt to sleep there now. Or we just keep on spouting. Just keep on spouting. I don't think they're gonna let us sleep it, but I'm gonna try. They have fire, ice. Did they show Wormwind? They haven't showed Wormwind yet, but we can assume it's there. Are they like an AV? Oh, is that why it's doing no damage? Are they like AV Dialga? I ran out of moves? Oh, that's bad. I didn't even notice. The game doesn't tell you? That's real bad. Pressure just ruined me. Oh, they flared the wrong one. You flared the wrong one. I ran out of moves. I'm useless. Here's a sleep powder. Okay, they're both asleep. Good night, everybody. I have to swap out my Ogre now because apparently I ran out of Water Spout. So I have to swap that over to Origin Pulse. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to how many I had left. It's my big head is blocking it. Yeah, I'm out. Oh, I only have 5. Well, that explains it. All right, yeah, we go into Zacian now on the Ogre spot, and we hit this big Ogre on their side with a big Leaf Storm. Wish me luck. They have to do their mandatory sleep turn here, also on the Dialga, so this is like a super safe swap into the Zacian. Listen, you gotta put everything to sleep sometimes. Now, I also do need their Ogre to stay sleeping, or just get one shot by this Leaf Storm. That's their Dialga just tried to protect, I guess? Or was that their mandatory turn? It's probably their mandatory turn. Their Ogre's at 1 HP. Please sleep. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're nervous, but we're fine. I'm going to sub. And I'm going to Leaf Storm again into that spot. All right, we got a Zacian behind a sub. That's good news. Since we don't have Sacred Sword, they're still asleep with Dialga. We're getting a lot of sleep turns here. We're getting lucky. Leaf Storm does connect again. Ogre is out of here. Sayonara. And now it's just my whole team versus this one measly little Dialga. And I can make sure to keep my Zacian super safe here with just Rage Powder spams. I'm now -4 also, so Tangrowth isn't doing any damage to that thing anyway. I can now click as many play roughs as I'd like to under the sun. Literally under the actual sun. Battle was canceled. The writing was on the wall. We were set to win, and that's going to be game. Oh boy. Indeedee Male. With Calyrex Tailwind also. Jeez, they're trying to go really fast. Like, much faster than I can ever even imagine. Good news is, this is actually a Barraskewda game. Pretty decently a Barraskewda game. I can get an Airstream up on my Ogre and my Ogre Scarf, so I can essentially get a Tailwind by myself. Theoretically. I'll also bring Tangrowth in the back, and I guess Zacian's a decent last mon here. I just need the speed control before I'm able to do anything with the Zacian. Also, they do have... This is like a very fast, hyper-offensive team on their side. Which is either good news or bad news. The thing with hyper-offensive, it's either going to sweep me or I'm going to sweep it. There's no in-between, right? There's absolutely no in-between. So let's just see how this goes. I have no idea where this is going to go. The Wims got Regieleki. Well, there's no way in absolute heck that I'm ever going to outspeed a Regieleki, even in Tailwind. Oh, especially in Tailwind with a Barraskewda. So I think my Barraskewda is just kind of going to die. Well, they have to choose. Do they want to prevent my Barraskewda? Or would they like to attack my Ogre? Because what if I do this? Theoretically, I can do this. I can swap into Tangrowth. Go for a Dynamax, Max Geyser. Into Eleki anyway. Just call it a day there. They went with a very hyper-aggressive lead. I can't stop a Tailwinded Eleki. There are very few Pokemon that even Barraskewda can't outspeed. I don't think Tailwind Eleki is one of them, you know? But I do think that one, my Ogre can live a Tailwinded Eleki if I Dynamax. And two, I should be able to one-shot it if I Dynamax as well. And I also do think, in general, the Pokemon of choice that you go into between the Barraskewda and the Ogre is the Barraskewda. So I do think that the Lightning is going to go into this Tangrowth spot, but we'll see. Crazier things have happened in Pokemon. All right, they don't Dynamax, which is good news. They do just click Tailwind, which isn't good news, but I guess it's what we're going to have to deal with right now. E-Web. I could have Dynamaxed Barraskewda and been fine. Doesn't matter. I'll still get rid of it, which is all I really care about. As long as we get rid of this thing, whatever. I'm fine. Is it sashed? It is sashed. Okay, so there's an issue here. If that's sashed, that means that whim is probably... It's probably the garbage set. The garbage set being... I'm still gonna Rage Powder, I guess. I have nothing to lose here if I Rage Powder. The garbage set being the Eject Button set. It's not a garbage set because it's bad. It's garbage because I hate playing against it. Because it's good. But hey, we'll see what the Whimsicott has. Let's pray for Mental Herb. Please just have Mental Herb Whim. I'm begging you. Don't click E button on me. I don't need it right now. That would honestly be the worst thing ever. You're 1 HP! Either my opponent has the biggest cojones I've ever seen. Oh, this is funny because I just outplayed you. I just outplayed you. You just got played, son. Fake tears? Don't care. Because guess what? You're not living this turn. We have Hailstorm, baby! Double KO for us. What was that? Wasting their Dynamax that hard. That was just a waste of a Dynamax. Hyper offense. What can I say? That was very hyper offensive, let me tell you. It was very hyper offensive. All right, goodbye, Alecki. Nice double KO from us. I had no reason not to do that. We also still don't know what the item is on that win, by the way. Now, we're -2 special D. We'll see what their last 2 mons are. If they are both physical attackers, we won't swap out. If one of them is special, we will swap out to preserve the Choice Scarf for later down the line. We thankfully didn't lose a lot of HP. Okay, so Ogre, so we will swap, I think. I think swapping is a smart play still here. Oh, absolutely, we swap. We 170,000% swap. The Ogre. Do we sack Barraskewda? Probably. I'll be honest, probably. I'm gonna try to put one of these to sleep. They have double spread moves. I think the more meaningful sleeper will bring the Calyrex. Yeah, I don't want Ogre to die here. I'm just gonna sack Barraskewda. There's like no reason not to sack Barraskewda here. Barraskewda kind of... It didn't do its job, but its job this battle is to die. That's just the way life is sometimes. Alright, in comes the Barraskewda. I'm so sorry, my friend. There's their Astral Barrage. This is gonna hurt still. We really need their Tailwind to, like, run out. We live at 5 with Tangrowth. Hopefully they went Origin Pulse, but I don't think they did. They had no reason to. They went Ice Beam. Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is not good. Because they're still in Tailwind for, like, an eternal amount of time. I was making fun of them, but honestly, like, just for that Dynamax. That Dynamax is wild, but I think they still win this because their last 2 Pokemon are just so oppressive. Like, what do I do against a +1 Cali S right now? How much longer? One last turn of Tailwind at least. I have to go for Origin. And I have to go for Protect. I don't think the... Cali S Astro Barrage can knock out my Ogre, even at +1. I do think the Ice Beam will, or whatever they decide to go for here will. No, that just knocks me out. I lost. Oh, because it's not Sash. It's probably Specs. Oh, that makes all the sense now. Oh, there's Specs +2. Ah, GG's. Like, I don't know what I do now. Yeah, there's nothing I do now. If I knew that if they were going to just ignore the Barraskewda turn 1 and go for an Astro Barrage, I would have sat there and I would have just Airstreamed until the end of time and been A-okay. Just spam Water Spouts and Airstream. Oh, but GG's. Like I said, Hyper Offensive is either going to be me being swept or they being swept. Unfortunately, it was them being swept this time. I got the nice little 2-0 in the lead, but they came back with just 2 Pokemon. Anyway, here you have the rental code for the Tangrowth Rain team today. Tangrowth did pretty decently, not so much in the first battle or the last battle, but definitely in the second battle. I feel like Tangrowth definitely had a lot of opportunities to shine in that second battle, and there were many moments in that second battle where Tangrowth was like, hey, I'm actually a decent Pokemon. You should not consider me a meme. So that makes me happy. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use Barraskewda too much, and Barraskewda is kind of hit or miss, determining like what your opponent has. For the rest of the team straightforward. You know that they do very well. Unfortunately, we lost that last battle, even though I do feel like there was a way that we win. I was just really afraid of them Dynamaxing Regieleki turn 1 instead of, you know, Dynamaxing it turn 2 and throwing it away. I feel like they had every reason to Dynamax it turn 1. I don't know why they didn't if they were going to Dynamax it turn 2 anyway. But hey, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Also, super big thank you to Atokito for making this team public and posting it into the Pokésports Discord. You're the reason, or you're part of the reason, and along with everyone else that posts teams on to the Discord. You're a big reason why the channel does succeed, because I wouldn't have content if you guys didn't have teams for me to play. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, like and comment down below, and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. I'm Kevin, Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.